How to create a YouTube channel account for beginners. So if you're a business looking to create a YouTube channel, we've got you covered. We're going to assume you've got nothing. So we're going to show you how to get your YouTube account. You're going to need a Google account, so we'll show you how to get that. Also turn hand on eligibilities and features. So there's certain things you can do in YouTube which turns on additional features which are going to be useful. How to brand your channel, both the headers and graphics. Setting up your audience. Also we'll do things so hopefully that'll alleviate the problem of getting spam and some negative comments. Additionally, we'll show you how to upload your first video, and we'll also do settings that if you're going to do videos on a regular basis, which would probably be your plan, how you can put settings in there so you don't have to keep repeating adding settings in. And we're going to use AI to get things started. So the first thing we're going to need is a YouTube account. To get that, we need to go over to Google and get a Google account. I'm on here. Assuming you haven't got one, we're going to need to accept cookies. I'm going to click sign in. It's going to prompt me for my login details. I haven't got one, so I'm going to say create an account. And it is for my work. Oh, the other thing you're probably going to need, or almost certain you're going to need, is a mobile phone. Enter name. Next. Yeah, let's select that. Next. Okay, we'll try that. Password. Next. Once you've entered your phone number, you'll get a code sent to your phone. No need to enter that. Recovery email, so let's enter that. Just going through the options here, I'm going to choose that. Accept all terms and conditions. I'm going to ignore this part at the moment so we can get straight to YouTube. But again, if you've got a business and you're setting this up, this is the stage you will continue, then you can get your local business profile. But as I said, the goal here, I'll do a separate videos on that, so if that's something of interest, don't forget to tap subscribe. Now we'll go and set up YouTube. So I'll create a new tab and we'll go YouTube. So it's already taken me in under the account I've just set up because it's linked. If you come here and for some reason you've got an old Gmail account and it hasn't linked it together, it'll just be a case of signing up for account here. So what we want to do is create a YouTube channel. So I'm going to say create. Now, every time you create when you've got a Google account, it creates you a basic YouTube account. So that way you can watch videos and comment, and you can upload on that. I actually want to create a business account within this. So let's go and create a channel. The handle. Ideally, I would have liked a shorter handle, but all the other social media and handles have been taken. I am going to drop Birmingham in it, because technically keyword stuff in the name. Create channel. I could have uploaded an image. I have got that ready, but we'll cover that on branding. Technically, that's your YouTube channel sorted. The basics of it. We'll want to brand an image, so let me go and find where I've got that. Continue. So let's upload that. So this is in the channel settings. If for some reason you don't see this, if I go back to YouTube, so go back to your channel. So this is the YouTube channel, and I can customize the channel here by clicking that, and it'll give me the option. It's taking me to YouTube Studio. The other way to access YouTube Studio, if I go back to the YouTube channel, you'll want this for the future, innit? So if I go, this will be my icon as soon as I swap it. So if you click on your icon, you'll see the drop down there. If I go to YouTube Studio and click that, it'll take me to the YouTube Studio. So those are the different ways of getting to it. So again, that's going to take me back to the channel. I'm going to customize the channel here. So let's upload the icon. It shows it as a round, but it actually starts off as a square image. So let's upload that. This is the one we're going to use. As you see, give the option to round. So if you are loading a bigger image, you can move this around. I've just got it square, but you can move it around to center it. Ideally, if you start off with a good square image of your logo. This is the channel name we put in earlier, and again you can change that. yeah, 14 days. But logically, once you've set it up, particularly the handle, and you've linked it through various social medias, you probably wouldn't want to keep changing it. Now, the description, I could write this out, but I'm going to use AI. I did promise we'll save time by using AI. So this is the AI tool I use. The benefit of using this one, I can train it, which you can do on some of the models. I can create workspaces. So in this case, I've got one for this particular restaurant. It doesn't share corporate data and business data with the chat, so it's not learning from your company's information and data, which is always useful. I can then go to chats. So within this workspace or business profile, I can now create a new chat. But I've also got employees, for want of a better word, and I'll show you that in a moment. All the different AA models, and there's more as well. So we've got Claude, DeepSeek, Chat, Google's Gemini. So all the paid ones you'd normally be paying, say, £20 a month for. What I want is the YouTube assistant. I created a YouTube assistant. So if I can go and find it. There's some built-in ones, YouTube experts. I want the social media bio. So I've trained this to write social media and bios. So I'm going to paste some text in. Now you'd notice I haven't put no YouTube channel in. I haven't put no business details in because it already knows about the business because I've already trained it. So this is a nice way if you want to create more social media content. The idea of this, you don't need to be an expert. Let's move that out of the way. I'm going to drop that in there. I asked it to split it up in paragraphs. It just Italian. Let's drop in that paragraph. I am going to add a set of links. So the first link I'm going to do, the reason for doing this is for so somebody can find you, but for SEO benefit. So let's create one for Facebook. I'll do one more, but if you've got things like a booking platform, so if you're using a particular platform for bookings and you've got a separate URL for that, or potentially a page. So now I can create a link, reservation. So if somebody is on the YouTube channel, contact information, this upload here for the watermark, that appears on the bottom right. If you click that as we speak at the moment, that will just subscribe you to this channel, which is worth you doing so you don't miss out on great videos to grow your business. I'm going to pause for a minute and find an image rep that can go in there. Couldn't find one, so I made one. So let's go and upload that. So it's in my YT folder. So YouTube watermark. It's just the thing that appears. It's perfectly square, so there's no need to crop. So that'll appear there. When do I want it to appear? So this is what, do I want a custom start time, the entire video at the end? So I'm going to say a custom time. I'm going to say after about 8 seconds, 5 to 8 seconds. That's it. So that's it on this part. So I'm just going to publish that. What I want to do is put this image in here. Now it's not 3 separate images. It's one image that works on multiple devices. So this is basically the last bit of the branding. The graphic we're trying to create is so it works on mobile, tablet, big screens. What I want to do is just drop in this overlay here, and if I close that so you can see this overlay, and let me take the transparency down. So when I drag this across, so this is the full size, so you'll see the thin bars there and there. So as I remove and make it less transparent, you'll see this bit here. So from here to here is what appears on the mobile. The blue bands here and here it goes up to that point what appears on tablets, and the whole band is what appears on desktops. Now the parts above and beneath are what is shown on television. So it's one graphic, but what you're looking to do is make sure your text, so if I remove the top layer now, your text is in the right position. So if you're using Canva, it'll come up with templates. If you're not, let us know, and I'll do a video on the actual size and link the template to my website, so if you want to download it. So if you are using an online template like Canva, what you're looking for is your elements basically in the middle, and in the middle vertical and middle horizontal, and then you should be okay. Let's go to upload this. 6 megabytes, so it should be okay. What am I? Oh, just under 5.7. So 5.7. And as you can see, this is perfect example. It shows you there what's viewable on the different devices, desktop, on TV, and that in between bit was tablets. So we know that's perfect. So that's all the branding. I'm now going to go in the back and turn on settings for eligibility, for stopping spam, and some upload defaults. So as I upload a video, so I don't have to keep doing the same thing over and again, and we'll cover that in the next bit. Oh, one thing I should have covered, both in the name you're choosing and also the handle, is not to pick something weird and wonderful. Wonderful, maybe not weird, because if it's difficult, hopefully your business name isn't complicated, but if it's difficult to understand, or imagine if somebody's talking about it on a podcast, and if you've got for you and then they're unsure if it's a letter, the number for, or the spelling for, or you, is it you, or the letter U. So the less confusing it is, the more likely people are going to find you when searching for you by name. And the same with the handle. In this case, I went with the handle the same as their other social medias, but again, if there was a way of getting it nice and short and concise, always do that. And once you're happy with all that, just press publish and all your updates will show. So both the header, so if I just go and view channel, there's the header now, and if I click more, there's more about it. That's that text we add. Now the first couple of lines is going to come up in the search engines, and obviously we've got links to drive. So there's the booking table, the link to the website and our socials. As I said, you can add more, and we'll close that. Now we want to change some of the settings, and so if you go to the YouTube studio, click that. Now if we go to settings on the left hand side, now currency, well, I'll leave that in dollars. The channel, basic information, we want the location where we are resident. I'm going to say UK. This actually, it's worth doing this correctly, so as you upload stuff, it knows translations and for potential subtitles. Keywords, I'm going to use AI to create them. I'm just going to change it to the YouTube expert. I need YouTube tags for my YouTube channel. Make it SEO friendly and entity based. So I'll copy and paste them in. So those are the tags as in words. Oh, I missed one here. Let me just paste that there. So I'm going to save that. Just go back to settings. So channel. So we've got the tags. That's there. So on the audience setting tab, what we want to do is just, is your content made for kids? If it's no, just select that no. That way you don't have to keep marking that as you upload videos. It knows that you're saying the videos you make are not made for kids. Automatic captions, don't show inappropriate words. So, yep, that makes sense. So let YouTube enhance your audio quality and let your, I was reading this a couple of weeks ago. So this is a fairly new one. I'm going to say yes, but I think the idea was if you had stuff made back in the day, maybe in SD as in standard definition, and your quality was a bit low or your sound was a bit low, it's going to bring those levels up and potentially try to digitally enhance that. So this probably wouldn't be relevant for newer stuff. Feature eligibility. If you want to upload more than 15 minutes of video and have custom thumbnails, we need to turn something on, and by doing this we need to verify by phone number. So I'm going to say first then feature eligibility. So I'm going to say verify telephone number. I'll put my number in. Next, let me grab a phone. I've just got that number and verify that. Now I can go back to YouTube, he says confidently. Back to YouTube Studio. Settings, left hand corner. channel, features eligibility. Yeah, so now we're eligible. So for the advanced features, that's going to be things like live streaming, and you can see the whole list here, and this grows as they add more features. You've got to go through another level of verification. Upload defaults. So upload defaults is when we upload a video, what do we want? So one thing I could do is the title I'm going to leave blank, because obviously every video is going to be different. The description of each video is going to be different. But one thing it could be, if I tap that down a bit so there's space, I can put the address, a link to the business and their telephone number. That's going to be the same if I add it to each of the videos. I would do, because it's a link back to the website. Alphabet owns Google and YouTube, so they trust each other. So if you've got a link back to your website or your assets every time you upload a video, makes sense. Visibility. Now, when you upload a video, what status do you want it to be at? Do you want it to be publicly available the moment you upload it? I would recommend not. I would say, so you don't want it public. Private if for some reason you're uploading this stuff and you didn't want to share it with anybody. Unlisted. I would go unlisted. The way unlisted works, it's not immediately available, but it will be once you've turned it on, but it gives you time to put the title of the video and the descriptions of the video. Also, if you've uploaded a video, it gives YouTube's back end time for it to render out the different versions for mobile, for desktop, for TV. So if you uploaded it at 10 o'clock and it was immediately available and somebody came to that at 1 minute past 10, the quality of the video might not be available in all the different options. So if you upload it, leave it unlisted, and if for some reason you've made a mistake and you've used copyright material, in this particular case audio, and I can leave you a link to a third party so you don't make that mistake. But it gives YouTube the chance to flag that. 9 to 10 it will flag it, so then oh bugger, I didn't mean to do that, and then you don't get your ass kicked. Advanced settings, language of video, allow what else? Captions. Content has never been aired on television in the US. No, it wouldn't have been. Automatic dubbing. I'm going to leave it enabled. Comments on moderation. We could say basic. I have got a video coming out. I did it about 4 years ago. I've got an updated video of where you can put certain words in. So if you don't use it, YouTube's quite good at picking them out. But I've also got a list of really offensive terms and some other terms that if you never want them to appear, and I'll show you how you can add that, and I'll do that video in a bit. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Permission. This is where you can add somebody to also co-manage, and that will go through the invite. That's what I was on about those block words, but I'll cover that in a separate video. So that's the settings. Now for the last bit, we just got to upload a video. So if we click upload video, I'm going to drag the video I've got. I'll start uploading. As you see, it's pulled in the title of the video, which is probably a good practice to do, is name the video so it makes sense. So if you've got a number of them already on your computer, you'll know what you're uploading. So that's that pre-propagated content showing there. I'm now going to generate a description. This is uploading in the background. That red border which is showing there, it's not an error, but that last part of verifying the channel, so either uploading your details of your passport, some photo ID, or 2 months of activity. After that, this won't be in red, because basically I've got a link in here and that link won't be active until that process has been done. I'm going to do a description, but I'm going to use AI to do that. So while that's uploading, let's bring the AI tool in. I'll leave a link to this in the comment of this, or description of this video. So I want the YouTube expert. I can use ChatGPT on this case. And again, nope, it doesn't matter which one. So I'll dictate this. I'm going to paste the title and a script for the video. Could you come up with a description? So I'll paste that detail in. I should have asked it for some tags as well. I might do that when it's completed. That's done. So here's my description. So I'll copy this. And We'll drop that in the description. Could you also supply a comma separated YouTube tags? While it's doing that, I'll scroll down. Other elements we need is a thumbnail. I've already created a thumbnail and I use Canva for that. That across there. You actually want that to be not too many words on it and a level of intrigue. So that's uploaded. Playlist, I haven't created a playlist. That's a best practice, but I haven't set that up. You can see if I close that, it's not made for kids because we pre-selected that. Other elements we can add. So I'm going to copy and paste AI. That's what AI is just created. So I'll just drop them in there. So those are the tags. Standard YouTube license, allow embedding, yes. Publish to subscribers. So once you've got a subscriber base, you can, if that's selected, when you press publish or when you make the video live, it will actually, as long as they've turned on notifications and stuff like that, they will receive notification that this channel has made a new video available. I can add an end screen. So I'm going to say add. You can choose templates, but basically at the end of the video, 20 seconds at the end of the video, it pops up. So it can be a video for best for viewers. Initially, for 1 or 2 videos, leave it best for viewers. But if you've got a video, say, talking about topic A, and then you're doing a video about topic B and they're interrelated, you can then link A to B and B to A. And the round is going to be the subscribe icon for this particular channel. I'm going to save that. So this will appear at the last 20 seconds. I could add cards. I'll cover these in a different videos. Next, it's only a short video, so it's had time to check the copyright, so that's fine. It's currently unlisted, so save. So that's your video. You can say save. If it's a longer video, you'll do this and it gives it time to process. Now, if I go to content, this is that video we've uploaded. Obviously, it's not live. It says unlisted there, so nobody's seen it. So if I click that, I can come on the right-hand side. I can change from unlisted. I can make it public immediately, or I can schedule. So if I wanted this to go live, today's the 24th, so if I wanted this to go live at 1800 hours, I can do that. Press done. Premiere, different thing. I'll cover that in a separate video. This video will be private before publishing. Done. So it's scheduled, subtitles, end cards. So if I click save, so that's it. That video will be live in about 30 minutes. So that's a video from start to finish, how to set up a YouTube channel and how to get a video uploaded. If you found this video helpful, do give us a thumbs up.